Welcome guys, bit of a different video for me here on Car Nonsense or Nate's Garage. We're here to talk about the EV market because obviously everything which I have on the channel is predominantly full internal combustion engine, although I do have a hybrid which we will get to and we will touch on. And I think this stuff is interesting, you know, talking about the market and where it's going, because we've actually seen just in the last few days a pretty major sort of market announcements, as we've seen old electric cars hit the second-hand market as they've now fallen out of warranty, which is part of the major reason why the market itself is on a downturn. Although China could be coming in to save the day, I guess. So I thought we'd take a look at a few articles, basically, because I think you guys will find this quite fascinating. Now, I myself have said that I think either synthetic fuels or hybrids are the way forward, especially in the UK. And the UK is no different than some other places in the world, is that to go full EV, it's impossible. It is absolutely impossible that the UK would go full EV. Now, I know that might be a shocking statement to some people, but riddle me this. Space is a premium in the UK. Not everyone can park outside their house. How is everyone going to charge their cars? So that's one issue, right? I know that sounds like a, that's only a small, it is a small issue. Okay. UK as a country, and this is the same with quite a few other countries as well, does not produce enough electricity to essentially for its consumption at the moment of electricity, right? It has to import electricity from France. You then tap even more out of the grid. Where's it going to come from? How are we going to get it? Now, one of the other major things which I think is important is the UK does suffer some pretty cold bouts, and EVs are not great in the cold. They're just not. So there's a few things I think to consider. Just UK, and then you've still got replacement stuff involved as well. You know, replacing batteries are like £40,000. How are you going to do that? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. So I thought we would take a look at a few articles, like I said. So Bloomberg here says plug-in hybrids are booming in the world's biggest EV market because EV growth has slowed massively, in fact, quite hugely. Tesla, for instance, experienced some of the biggest slumps it's ever had. So this is a BBC article, and it's interesting because they're framing it as a positive. The used electric vehicle market could tempt EV curious drivers. It could, for those that have absolutely no idea that the second-hand market, the used electric market, is predominantly sort of dominated by cars which are outside of their warranty, which now means if anything goes wrong with that car, you are screwed. You are absolutely screwed. And this isn't like fear mongering, it's just the basic truth. If you look into how much these things cost to replace, it's obscene money. It's not a small amount. Motors go, battery goes, it's incredible. But you'll see articles like this from the BBC, for instance, that are trying to paint it as a positive thing. And it's really not, actually. So for the first time, consumers will have a vast pool of used EVs available to purchase. Will hesitant drivers buy them? No. I actually don't think they will at all. So 20,000 Teslas are about to flood the US used car market, and this was also in the UK as well, by the way, guys. But the rental giant Hertz seeks to shed a third of its electric vehicle fleet. For drivers, it's a chance to snag a Tesla for well below the market value. So the Hertz car sales website shows more than 200 used Teslas selling for less than 25 grand, which is £19,800. As of this writing, in comparison, a new Tesla is 28 grand, which I would, if you're going to buy one, you need to buy it new, because that warranty is important. It is important. So, and it says this, as Hertz sheds its stock, experts also expect more used electric vehicles will hit the market from dealerships, other rental fleets and private owners. Especially in the UK, there's going to be quite a lot of sort of company fleet cars which are going to go out there. Particularly as 3-year leases expire. And that's the thing. How long's their warranties, generally speaking, as well? Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. For consumers who have been EV curious, the new global secondary market presents a prime opportunity to purchase one at a steep discount, especially at a time when automakers continue to struggle with bringing down prices on new models. From next year onwards, there'll be a significant volume of used EVs, and we can expect prices to go down significantly, said the global head of sustainability for Uber. I don't think this is going to be the positive move that people think it's going to be. I actually think all this is going to show is that the market itself won't be able to sustain itself. Like, they're too expensive anyway. They're out of a warranty. And it's different when you've got an internal combustion engine because you can fix some of those things, right? In the US, for instance, you've got like a Rich Rebuilds. He has his own garage that, you know, works on a lot of these EVs. Here, we don't have that. It's not the same. And these batteries are incredibly expensive. All of it is incredibly expensive. You could break it down and do a rester mod on a historic vehicle. You could do something like that. But it's just not the same. And I'm not going to say, you know, this isn't a I hate electric vehicles video. I think they serve their purpose, for sure. I actually think they're incredibly dangerous for first-time drivers because they have an incredible amount of torque and power. And it's just on tap immediately. And that's very, very dangerous for brand new drivers. Brand new driver generally sits in like a 90 horsepower car. There's not a lot they can do with that. 300 horsepower instantly like that, and however much pound-feet of torque, it's very dangerous. There are a lot of reasons as to why I think EVs are not great moving forwards. But then we have this, you know, how a crashing second-hand market slammed the brakes on EVs. So like I said, two distinctly interesting articles, different in terms of how they market themselves. This is going to help. 23rd of February, and then boom, we've got this one, the 16th of February. And you can see as one, I think, a more realistic approach to, you know, the issue of EVs, one being slightly too optimistic. Fluctuating demand is creating a heightened degree of uncertainty for buyers and sellers. Absolutely it is. I'm not going to, you know, check this all out for you to kind of read it all. It's not really any point. Because we all understand, I think, these arguments at hand. And then we have this. This is perhaps one of the biggest issues, I think, at hand here. Which is China. China's EV growth set to explode. Now, I don't actually think even this will save the EV market in the UK. And China, for those that don't know, has an incredible amount of just random electric vehicle brands. They are currently infiltrating, and I will use that word because I believe it is infiltration. They're infiltrating the Thai market at the moment, just flooding it with very, very cheap EVs. But I don't think that they can do that here. I don't think that that will allow... I don't think that will appeal to buyers in this market here. But like I said, you know, here we have this. It says the electrical vehicle market is on track for a watershed year in 2024 as emissions reductions target clash with falling consumer spending. And this is the thing. People are not buying EVs new either. For anyone that likes the Polestar brand, it's got no backing anymore. So Volvo's not backing it anymore. And Geely, the owner of Volvo, who's working with them as well, they're pulling the plug because you can't sustain a brand that's brand new, you know, when no one's selling the models. And that's the same thing with these. These are going to be brand new models unless you get them out again on fleet, lease, hire purchase, all these kind of very, very cheap deals. Again, sending them out to rental cars, etc., etc. But then it'll be the same thing, right? It will be the same situation we'll have in another 3, 4, 5 years' time, where these cars will flood the market, but they'll be out of warranty, and people will go, no, because that battery wears out, and it's not like an engine where you can refix it. So there you go. I thought this was interesting. It's just a quick look at the EV market itself. I mean, it's interesting. You know, this article, for instance, forecasts 17.5 million EV sales this year. It's an 18.5 annual increase. I don't know if that will go that way. I really don't. China's going to play a significant role in the market's continued expansion, because they're just trying to push out EVs all the time. But I really do not think that's going to work. So there you go, just a quick little video on EVs and why I think this not necessarily spells the demise of EVs, but I think, and to go on to the further subject, is hybrids. You've got Toyota developing hybrids. You've got Honda developing hybrids. Toyota's been developing hydrogen power. Honda's got like an ammonia engine or something like that now. This is the future. And plug-in hybrids. Well, not plug-in hybrids, self-charging hybrids. These are the futures. You know, a combination where you've got an internal combustion engine and a hybrid for around town, electric from around town, and then longer drives, an internal combustion engine. This, I genuinely do believe, is the future, unless, of course, our dictatorial overlords decide to clamp down on it and just destroy the market entirely. Because I think forcing through EVs will destroy the market. It'll also genuinely destroy a lot of industries. A lot of industries thrive on the second-hand car market and cars in general being able to be repaired, you know, repainted, functioned, you know, modified, like all these kind of things. And again, this isn't to hate on electric cars. They have their place. But give people the option. That's the thing. Give people the option. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a different video, like I said. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button. And I will do a few more like this moving forwards when I've got a little bit less time to work on the car and I'm waiting on parts. So there you go. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.